Commissions has always been negotiable in real estate. Commissions has always been expected from the buyers to pay the buyer's agent, and it is written in the buyer agency agreement. When our firm, when we say that we charge 3%, 4%, some people 5%, or whatever that percentage is, right? In that buyer agency agreement, you are under the impression that you know that you're responsible for anything less than that. So a lot of times as realtors, that difference, we didn't really make a demand on you all to pay the 0.5% or the 1% and things like that. So I think a lot of times the buyers has gotten a little bit comfortable that, we just settled for whatever the seller was paying us. I mean, don't go back to you all and say, okay, well, buyer client, we're going to need to get that 2% from you because the seller is only paying the 1%. We always just went with whatever they paid us in. So that's how it was. So at this point now, it's kind of changing things around.
Are you serious?
Where we are not anything different, but we're trying to put things in place where, okay, we're actually following what is being written. With this buyer agency agreement and commissions, this has always been in place.
Say that again?
Because the sellers is saying, hey, I only can afford this because I want to net that. So we're going to give them something, but we're only going to give them 2.5%, or we're going to give them the 2%. I can't give them the 3% because I'm trying to, make this or net this at closing. And then we just accept. A lot of times you all have not prepared for that. Sometimes we prepare you with the down payment, with the closing costs, and especially with VA, where you have the zero down. Even USDA, you have zero down, and sometimes in your mind you're thinking that I can come buy this home without paying anything. Well, now you're understanding that you have to have some skin in the game. You're needing to get information like you're getting right now. Get prepared, do your due diligence way prior, and just don't wake up today and say I want to buy a house. Should have always been doing that. Prepare at least a year in advance if you know that you want to purchase a home. Give yourself some time, because it takes a little time to save up about $10,000. And if you have already purchased a home in the past, you won't be able to qualify for like the down payment assistance that we have here in North Carolina to be able to kind of absorb some of this cost.
That's not fair.
Right? So, and then sometimes, with even first-time home buyers, if you make over a certain amount, you won't be able to qualify for that down payment assistance as well, because, you can afford it.
Say what?
Right? You have to be in that happy medium, and your debt to income ratio have to be a certain place as well. So, with all of that being said, it is what it is. All you have to do is just prepare. Because sometimes the sellers, and I try to talk with them and work with them because I'm a seller's agent as well. I list the homes, what is their motivation? What are they trying to net? And if we can get everything done and get you what you want to net and give out some type of commission, would they be able to do that? And the sellers that I'm talking to, they have no problem with that. It's a bottom line. It's a number. It's communication. To me, let's talk. Let's just not go in now. I promise you, there is a percentage out there that it doesn't matter. They just want more.
Give me my money.
The more they can get, the more they want, and then we just have to deal with that as that time comes, as that case comes. When I have put together a buyer presentation for you all, and I have done a lot of pre-work. So as your realtor, I'm trying to make life easier for you. I'm putting everything in video, even things that I'm saying to you. I'm trying to say it in another way and put it in different videos and animation.
Oh, so excited.
And all that good stuff, so you guys can get the gist of what I'm saying, and whatever else you don't get, you can write down your questions and concerns, and then we can meet, and then that's a little bit more easier, so it's not so taxing that you're receiving a conglomerate of information in one setting. So that is my goal. So just remember this couple of things. Let's get our coins together and start saving. Make sure your credit score is as high as it possibly can. 640 is the mark or higher. Let's shoot for higher than that, so we can give ourselves some type of buffer to absorb some of these out-of-pocket expenses. More than likely, if you are looking into purchasing a home, $15,000 at least you need to start saving and having in your bank account. If you're VA, that has cut down on your down payment, so you don't have to pay that. But if you're looking, but for closing costs, you're gonna have to pay that. Okay, and this is under the understanding that the seller is not paying anything. This is just you being proactive and doing what you're supposed to do to put yourself in a better position to purchase a home, right? So let's just say right now I'm working with a client and the home is about $280,000. The closing cost was about $7,700 on that.
Get out of here.
That's the closing cost. That's not even the down payment. This person was VA, so that eliminated that. But then you had to add also my commission to that. Well, this was a great situation. This person has prepared for many, many years, so they had the money, whether they had to pay me or not. But this is one of the sellers that is giving me my whole 3%.
He's on down the road.
So, so that seller, that buyer, got off good. And you might say, well, why are you saying let's get off good? That's $7,700 in closing costs you still have to pay. But that's better than 15 or 20,000 when depending on the price of the house that you're purchasing and the closing costs on that, and then the commissions on top of that. You could easily be $20,000 that you need as a buyer just to get into a home. Before I can show you a home, or before I can even take a video and virtual tour a home and send it specifically to you, working with you specifically, I have to have a buyer agency agreement in place.
Are you serious?
Now, a lot of times I just randomly, because of course you all know that I have my YouTube channel, Michelle Capers living in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I'm kind of selling Fayetteville. So I'll go to different community or a specific home I'll showcase for that particular video. That's different than specifically working with you and going and do a virtual tour for you, sending it to you exclusively. You get down to specifics as to what you want and what you want to see a specific home. We're going to have a buyer agency agreement in place. Then we also need to have you pre-approved. So
What?
this is how this works. You all need to get, when you're ready, when you know that you're ready, before you even start looking at homes, I need you to get pre-approved. Before you do that, I'm talking about a year prior, you have already saved up your money, right? And so this is in the thought pattern of you have already saved. This has been a couple of years that you have been working on that. So you got cash on hand. Now you're at that point. Your lease is about to expire. You're getting ready to PCS here, move here, contracting, or whatever it is. Give me a call first before you just get on the internet and start Googling, and we can give you 1% and this and that, all the stuff that could get you into the door. But there's so many things that's behind what they're saying that you might not understand, and you get yourself caught up in a situation that is not even favorable, or this is not a reputable lender, so on and so forth. Now, if you do have a specific company that you bank with or whatever, you can just let me know. Hey, I will prefer to have USAA hold my mortgage because I have everything with them, and then when I go with them, I'm going to get another discount and whatever, and then we can chat it up, because there's some things that I can share with you even about that regarding getting a mortgage with a bank versus getting a mortgage with a mortgage lender. There's a little difference in that.
What now?
To get you to a point where if you talk to anyone that has purchased a home, definitely here recently, it can be kind of stressful, and it can be kind of fast, and then it seemed like everything is dying down, and then towards the end it's like, didn't I send that over?
Make up your mind.
It could get real crazy at times. So even with preparing, let's just go into this kind of positive thinking, instead of just getting yourself so much in a tizzy that it's almost like you don't even want to purchase. Don't do that. This is nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. This is this is real estate, and
Why?
this is how it has been. It's just that now we're getting to a point where we're trying to make things a little bit more even, and we're trying to practice what is on that paperwork and what has always been on that paperwork. And real estate and commissions, it has always been negotiable. And don't get yourself too locked and honed in on a specific home in a specific neighborhood, because the worst thing you can do is just get yourself fixated on this type of home and you're not pre-approved, and then you get pre-approved. You do get pre-approved, but it's not for the price point that you've been looking in.
I quit.
So that's why we try to tell you all to go ahead and get pre-approved before you start home searching. It's not for us. You know, a lot of times I have been in situations and I had to ask the question. It's almost like the buyers is thinking that, you know, we're just all about money. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for whoever or whatever, but we're telling you these things. I'm telling you these things to help your heart, to help you not get disappointed. That's hard for the lender to call you to tell you that. It's hard for me to, like, what do we say after that? So a lot of this stuff is put to place just so we can kind of get back to a some type of standard of professionalism. We're not wearing ourselves out and wearing ourselves thin, running around, you know, with the wrong client, 20 homes that's not approved when we have this one right here, and we're so busy with you, we're putting them on hold where they're locked and loaded. And so that when you do call and you do reach out, you are really ready, willing, and able,
Get it together.
you know, to do this so we can go ahead and move forward. But saying, for the ones that know that they want to purchase, and all you're getting, get an understanding. That's what I am trying to do. That's the communication that I want to have with you all, versus just sitting around talking about why, because I don't even know why.
Wait, what?
You know, it is what it is. It's here. It always has been. Now we're putting it to practice to make sure that everybody is in compliance of what we should have already been doing before. It just so happened that the sellers was paying the commissions. However that started, it was there, it was done, it happened, we're here. Now, you know, in real estate, they have the options to say yes or no. Now, in this case, the sellers have the option to say yes or no. But as a buyer, unless you're gonna try to represent yourself, and I would not even do that, you don't have the option.
Are you kidding me?
And it's not wise for you to represent yourself. Here at GivenTree Realty, we don't practice dual agency exclusively. You're my client. Whatever I can do to make it make sense, make it better for you, make it work for you, make it happen for you, I'm all yours. And for you all that doesn't understand what dual agency means, that I am not representing you and somebody else. I only exclusively represent you as the buyer or you as the seller. But I just wanted you all to get to a point where you just calm down, relax about the situation. I'm here, I'm available, I want to help. Once again, my name is Michelle Capers. I'm with GivenTree Realty, and I'll see you all in the next video.